Gun registries in the U.S. Is the U.K. being taken over? And ILHAN OMAR is disappointed with America. This is The Loaded Mic, and I'm Dan Was. Why are anti-gun politicians so determined to create a national gun registry and expand red flag laws? It's not about safety. It's about control. There is a plan, and it's been unfolding for nearly a century. The roots of this effort trace back to 1934 when President Franklin D. Roosevelt capitalized on the violence of the Prohibition era to push through the National Firearms Act, otherwise known as the NFA. Until then, gun laws were largely left to the states. But Roosevelt's so-called New Deal for crime introduced one of the first federal gun control laws, complete with taxation and registration. He justified it by pointing the blame at gangsters and targeting machine guns, short-barreled rifles, silencers, and even grenades. The price tag was steep at the time, $200 per registered item. It wasn't about crime control then. It isn't about safety now. The NFA was the first domino in a long line of federal and state efforts to build lists of lawful gun owners in the hopes of ultimately disarming them. Modern-day gun control advocates have simply expanded on that same playbook. Today, they hide behind buzzwords like universal background checks and extreme risk protection orders, but the goal hasn't changed. Registration followed by confiscation. Now, in places like the UK, as the Muslim population starts to dominate and the British people have been all but disarmed, good luck in retaining your culture. They didn't want the people to have guns back in the 18th century, and the smart ones broke away. They tried to force control, but those who wanted freedom grabbed their guns and stood their ground. America was born. Now it seems the UK is about to be taken over by a dangerous and radical ideology. Islam and Sharia law seem to be welcomed by leftists as they quickly lose everything out of their twisted need to be politically correct. Now would be a good time to have guns like we do here in America, but you threw that away. Good luck. We're going to talk about this and many other things with, some people say he's mean, but we like to consider him pleasantly angry, Anthony Diso. All right. So, lots of stuff to talk about today, but Anthony, the one thing that I really wanted to hit on is what's really starting to be a concern is the UK is, they're getting taken over by...
Well, according to the liberals, it's all fine over there.
It's all fine until they chop your heads off.
Yeah. They're I saw something the other day. Some guy was talking about how like 65% of Islamic people are inbred, like they're inbreeding.
Yeah.
He's like
Somalians too.
Somalians are all inbred. It's like, I mean, well, Ilya, she's
Look at her.
banging her brother.
Yep.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Isn't that illegal in the United States?
I think it is.
It's illegal in all 50 states to marry your brother because it's incest law.
Reproduction, it
But
doesn't work like...
So how is she not getting... I don't understand. Did she marry him in Somalia and bring him here?
I don't know. It's just, it seems like... First of all, it's just so like morally wrong.
How do you look at your brother and say, "Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna hit that."
That's all I got."
How do you look at your sister? Yeah, I'm gonna hit that.
Well, ain't that a brother?
Oh man. Yeah. So, and there are a lot of defects, a lot of birth defects, and stuff like that. I'm not an expert on that stuff, but I have
look at them and see there's something wrong with them. I mean, they act crazy.
No, I know it.
And then they're down in New York preaching all the time. Oh, we're gonna, they're yelling like anti-American stuff.
Yeah,
but we're okay with that.
Well, and we got a video. We're gonna get to that video that you wanted to play. But one of the things that scares me the most is the Sharia law stuff. Now, the Sharia law allows for them, and they think this is they think it's the greatest thing because they say if you kill somebody, they chop your head off. Okay. if you steal, they chop your hand off. And they're totally fine with that. Now, what happens when we start adopting that Sharia law here in America, and you get some radical Islamist as your judge, and it was let's say it was an accidental car crash or something like that. I mean, there's so many ways that this could go wrong. Just the idea that they are arrogant to the point where they're coming into our country and telling us that they're going to have it their way, basically.
Like the country they ran away from.
What's that?
The country they ran away from. They run away from a country they hate, but they'll come here and say, "Oh, America's awful."
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Why do you want to spread your garbage here if you didn't like the garbage you came from?
Yeah. And just a year ago, Republicans were warning that the Islamic takeover of the UK could happen in America. And now we're seeing it in New York City.
The leftists don't believe it.
No, they're voting for it.
Like, oh, they're only 1.1% of the population, so 34 million. Okay. Put 34 million people in a circle. It's a lot of people.
Well, and you know what else? They're out breeding us too.
Oh yeah.
We're typically, America was typically, I think, 2.5 children per family or something like that. I forget what the average was. Now we're down to, I think, 1.2.
Oh, it'll be down to nothing now with these liberal
convinced
jerk-offs that are running around, these females who think everything's, I don't want to have kids.
On one hand, I don't want the liberals to reproduce, but on the other hand, we need more Americans. So, yeah, I mean, but they're convincing themselves that they don't want to have babies.
Yeah.
Because they want their careers. And the irony of this whole thing is that these people are being brainwashed into believing that women should, at that age, go out and have careers, when it's not only they're the only ones that are able to have children. Obviously, guys can't have kids. So, I know that's a whole other story. But
if a woman turns into a man and pops a baby out, to them, she's having a
I'm
baby.
going to say something that's going to piss them off.
Oh, go for it.
It's women's social obligation to have children.
That's why they were put on the earth.
Yeah.
To have babies.
That's why God created a man and a woman.
Right. Not Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Not Adam and exactly. And so it is their societal obligation to have children. But there's a narrative that's been created through the feminist wave. How many waves are we in now? The fourth wave of feminism? I don't even know. But the narrative is that their careers are important. And the guys have always been the hunters and gatherers.
It's selfishness.
They
become very selfish.
The problem is that we're going to get overtaken by Islam,
100 years from now,
Muslims.
This will be a third world country.
That's the problem. So it's time for women to at least acknowledge that. I know it sounds controversial because what happens is the narrative has been created to make that sort of conversation sound racist or feminist or anti-feminist or whatever, but it's really not. It's the only way we're going to survive as a culture is if liberal women get off this ridiculous notion that having babies is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Conservative women are much more traditional, and they're having kids. And on one hand, that's a good thing because having more kids raised by conservatives, which are more logical thinking people, rather than the liberal emotional wrecks that they are. But those kids growing up in the next generation, even if they're raised in a liberal family, we still have a chance of having them turn out to be normal Americans. It's a really tough conversation. I didn't even think we're going to be talking about this, but
that's where we go.
It's one of those things. It's important to talk about because we're going to get overtaken by the birth rate. But
nobody believes it.
Yeah, I know. You want to talk about this stuff.
Dearborn. I mean, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
The Somalians and all the Islamists there are just taking over the city.
Not only that, it's going to expand and take over Michigan.
That's
the
but that
entire
was,
state.
That was Obama's whole deal, though, was putting all those Somalians in where Ilya's from to get her into office.
Yeah.
It's a way they're moving in.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're going to take over your government.
Yeah.
It's you're stepping on something you don't want to go that far with us Americans.
Well, at a certain point, we have to step up and do something about it. Unlike people in the UK, unlike British people, they don't seem. Well, I mean, I'm sure there are some that are really.
Oh yeah, they fight back, but their government is it's all Muslim. Mayor, parliament, they're all Muslims now over there.
It's freaking crazy.
So the Muslims are running the UK.
Freaking crazy.
And they allowed it.
We got an article here from Newsweek. Republicans warn of massive Muslim takeover. Now, this was a year ago. This was back in May of 2004. And Republican lawmakers have warned of the massive Muslim takeover in the UK government, just exactly what you're talking about, while claiming that it could also happen in the US despite Muslims making up a small percentage of the population in both countries. They're still taking over.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a year ago. Now we have a whole nother year of birth rate, right? So it says Representative Lauren Boebert and Colorado Republican clip posted on X, formerly of Twitter, the Representative Chip Roy, a Texas Republican, giving a speech on the House floor voicing fears of Muslims gaining membership in the UK government. And here's a quote. "You've got a massive Muslim takeover on the United Kingdom going on right before our eyes," Roy said. Without giving evidence to back up his claims, they say, Newsweek says, but he also goes on to say, "I've got some pretty strong concerns about Sharia law and whether that will be forced upon the American people." And then he goes on to say, "I've got pretty strong concerns about people who want to see Israel's destruction, who were happy about October 7th, who are elected in the United Kingdom. Some might say that we've seen that here in the United States." It is scary.
Well, the whole when the idiot Democrats changed that law where you have to be an American to run an office in the United States, they changed that law. So now you can come from anywhere you want and be a mayor, a governor. You can't be president. Give it time though.
Yeah.
But even governors and mayors and senators and congressmen all should be American-born people.
Of course.
So now we're letting all these people infiltrate our government, like Ilya, Tlaib.
Well, we're going to get on
and
ILHAN.
that Muppet-looking idiot who wants the article of impeachment. What's that? That idiot's. I don't even know his name. He looks like a Muppet. He's. Oh, I'm going to do another article on impeachment. Shut the hell up. Just shut up. Everything was fine when Biden was in office, where all the Republicans were quiet.
And a big part of the problem is we're not teaching the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and all this stuff.
They
in
don't
schools.
care, though. That's the thing. They put their hand on that Bible when they get sworn in.
Oh, they're laughing.
They don't even know what they're talking about. They don't care.
They don't care about
They don't care.
They don't care about the Bible.
Nope. They don't care about the Constitution either.
No, and that's the scary thing. It's
They want to take the guns. That's the first step to the takeover.
Well, then what's happening is that the radical Islam, and remember Obama was trying to ban that term. Oh, you can't say radical Islam. Remember, it was all that time. Obama didn't want anybody to say it because it's true, obviously. And then when you say something that's true that the Democrats don't like, they call it hate speech or whatever.
So I got a good one for you.
All right.
Did you see the new law that was passed in Pennsylvania?
I don't know.
You ready for this, Danny?
Danny, you ready?
Hair discrimination against black people.
What?
It's a law in Pennsylvania. If you discriminate against black people's hair, you can be arrested for it.
Oh my God.
So it's the hair discrimination law. So let me
ridiculous.
get this straight. You wear white people's hair. You wear blonde hair. They wear whatever. That's okay, but we can't discriminate against that.
If your hair looks stupid, I'm going to.
In Pennsylvania, it's illegal. They can have you arrested for cracking on their hair.
Oh my God. It's so unbelievable.
This is where we're going.
So unbelievable.
I can't believe it. Oh, man. It's too funny, dude. I can't. I don't even know where we're going. Uh,
Yeah, well, I hope. Well, Trump couldn't have come at a better time, because if anyone is going to fix any of this stuff, it's going to be Trump.
Well, he's got to start soon.
He's coming in like a sledgehammer with a lot of things. With the border, he closed the border down.
Oh yeah, the border's there, but
The tariffs, I love that.
But we got so much corruption now. We got Tim Walz's $6 billion welfare fraud.
Yeah.
But
Well, look at all Nancy Pelosi's stock trading.
but we're not going after these people right now.
Well, and he's also got to go after your girl, Tish James.
Oh yeah, she just got walked out because the Democratic judge said, "Nah, you can't do that."
And who else? Comey.
Oh yeah, no. Then
He got off the hook too.
Then you got the other 6 dirtbag traders for the military stuff. Shifty Schiff.
So here's one thing. We're getting back into the Islamic stuff. The Islamist who shot those 2 National Guards people, the young girl, 20 years old, who died unfortunately, and then the guy who's still hanging on. I would love to find out if he was influenced by those Democrats you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if he was, and we can determine that, and let's say, there's evidence that he, maybe he wrote in a freaking, what do you call it, in his little diary or something, that he was influenced by those seditious 6. Is it possible that those people get arrested for involvement, or
They should. They're inciting violence all across. They're telling people to do things that they shouldn't be doing, and like I said, the Islam people, they're nuts.
I don't understand how they think that they can that is humane in any way. You can chop somebody's head. Okay, so death penalty. Yeah, we've had the death penalty, but I mean, chopping someone's head off in public, just seems to me like it's making
Barbarians.
It's barbaric. It's making that statement. It's just it's vicious. Yeah.
But the funny thing is that why are National Guardsmen on patrol unarmed?
Were they unarmed? No, they weren't unarmed.
They were unarmed.
Those 2 maybe, but there were some that weren't, because obviously they shot him.
But if those the Guardsman saved him with a pocket knife. He didn't have a gun either.
Who shot the
Nobody shot him. He got stabbed. He was stabbed by another National Guardman with a pocket knife. They were unarmed.
Wait a minute. I don't know if that's true, because
Look it up. Look it up.
Because I heard that he shot one of the National Guardsmen and then stole their gun and shot the other.
I think they said they weren't wrong.
Danny, can we get verification
look it
on
up.
this? Can you do a quick search on the attack in Washington D.C. on the National Guards and how the weapons transferred hands and what happened there? We'll move on, but
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Yeah, because I just want to get clear on that, so we're not putting out any bad information here. But so Anthony, one thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh, the clip. That clip that you wanted to show. Now, in this clip from New York City, I don't know, Danny, if you're ready to play. Okay. In this clip from New York City, this radical Islamist is wearing what appears to be an unaliving vest. I don't even know if you can say the S word. If YouTube's going to get all freaked out.
Yeah, they probably will.
The bomb vest. Is it real? We don't know. Or is he just strutting his stuff and laughing at our American culture? Let's play this video, and then we can talk about this. Go ahead. Look at how bold they are.
Mm-hmm.
In our streets of New York City, the arrogance is just unbelievable to me. They're telling us how it's going to be.
Yeah, it's look at them.
Look at that.
Now, if you as an American wore that somewhere,
Yeah.
if you went to their country and wore that vest,
Yeah.
you'd have like 25 holes in you.
Yeah. Oh God. So are you on? Can people hear you? Go ahead. Give us the
Oh, there we go.
give us the scoop on that.
It was a quote from Janine Pirro. It is a premeditated murder. There was an ambush with a gun toward people who didn't know what was coming, and that is the homicide, and that is the murder that we're looking at right now.
And does it say what he did after he used the gun? Who killed him? Does it say who killed?
Not this article.
Okay. If you come up with that,
Well, the guy that shot them is still alive.
yeah.
So he was. It says on this here that a major tackled him while he was reloading the gun to shoot them again.
Okay.
So he missed numerous times.
Yeah.
So he was tackled and subdued by a major that was right down the street. So he ran down and tackled him. So he didn't have a gun. If he had a gun, he would have killed him.
Yeah.
So now DC is arming him.
Okay.
But the Democrats.
Okay, I could be wrong about
But
that.
the
I must have
Democrats
heard
didn't
something
want
different.
them armed because they didn't want people to feel
Oh yeah, like
But
they're in
that's-
prison. Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for, to help society
It's unbelievable.
stay out of trouble. Nope.
I don't know.
So if they were armed, he may have never gotten where he was.
I guess my question is, at what point do we decide that we've had enough and
I'm still waiting for that
we're gonna start deporting?
because people like that guy should not be in our country wearing a vest like that.
No, definitely not.
Okay, so here's what went down. Lackenwall, according to the complaint, shot Beckstrom from behind and was trying to reload after he was shot and just before he was subdued. An autopsy by the Washington, D.C. Medical Examiner's Office determined that Beckstrom was shot once in the back of the head, according to the complaint.
That's the National
female.
Guardsman, right?
That's the man.
The killer.
No, wait, sorry. Beckstrom is the woman.
Beckstrom is what. That's right.
Lackenwall is the killer.
Okay.
Wolf is
The guy,
the
the
guy.
National Guard. Yeah.
Wolf was also shot in the head during the attack, according to the complaint. Witnesses told investigators that Ekstrom and Wolf fell to the ground after being shot. Lackenwall was heard shouting, "Allahu Akbar," blah, blah, blah. Video recovered from the scene of the shooting allegedly shows Lackenwall opening fire on the National Guard members after coming around a corner with his hands raised in a firing stance. The National Guard member who shot Lackenwall, this was a third National Guard member, reported that it appeared the suspects. Oh, hold on. After Lackenwall was shot, he was holding a .357 Smith & Wesson, was empty, and he was attempting to reload, according to the complaint. After Lackenwall was shot, a witness and uniformed Secret Service officers subdued him and brought him into custody.
But he
custody.
did. They did.
They shot
The
him.
good
but-
guys shot him.
Yeah, they shot him. I'm not sure where, but
Okay.
So Secret Service shot him.
Somebody did.
the National Guard, a third National Guard member shot him, and then the Secret Service took him away.
Yeah. Okay. Third National Guard. So there was one armed. That's what I
So
thought.
the major, it must have been the major who was armed.
Whatever. Yeah. But whatever.
Why those two were unarmed is unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand. Let me get to one of our sponsors. We'll get back to this. You want to know who's fighting for your gun rights? Gun Owners of America. Now, GOA is the no compromise gun rights group, so I urge you to become a member at gunowners.org. What have they done? Well, GOA has secured a preliminary injunction against the ATF pistol brace rule. GOA members submitted a record 85,000 plus comments opposing the ATF's universal registration check rule. They helped enact permitless carry in Nebraska and Florida. GOA secured victories in California, Illinois, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Plus, they won 2 legal victories against the ATF's zero tolerance policy. And GOA fought to overturn Joe Biden's ban on funding hunter education, shooting sports, and archery in schools. So with the constant attacks on our Second Amendment, we often ask ourselves, well, what can I do about it? This is what you can do. Become a member at gunowners.org and help us save the Second Amendment. So, man, so much to talk about with this stuff. So let's shift gears just a little bit, because we got the same thing that's happening in the UK happening in Canada. And when it gets this close to home, it starts to be a little bit more concerning. Here's a article by Toronto Sun. Canada needs to ban Muslim Brotherhood, advocates are urging. As the United States prepares to declare a contentious Islamic group a terrorist entity, pressures growing here at home for Canada to follow suit, they say. President Trump reinstated his administration's intention to declare the Muslim Brotherhood, an Islamist organization founded in Egypt nearly a century ago, a terrorist organization. It'll be done in the strongest and most powerful terms, Trump told American news outlet Just the News on Sunday. Well, we can get into the history of it, but I'm watching some people on TikTok and stuff, and they're just saying this, our country has gone to hell when we talk about Canada.
Oh yeah, Canada's run by dummies too. I don't know, something wrong with the water up there, but they allowed the same thing UK did. Oh, just let them in, filter in. Now they have a problem.
Yeah,
and they're only 6 hours above us.
Yeah, I was just there not too long ago.
That's what I'm saying.
I was in Canada not too long ago.
And now it's like a just coming in.
Well, they say that the Muslim Brotherhood has been banned on and off in Egypt, most recently as 2013, following the overthrow of Brotherhood-affiliated President Mohamed Morsi. And they're saying Canada should follow suit. Among those who want Canada to outlaw the Muslim Brotherhood are Imam Mohammed Tawhidi, head of the Global Imams Council. There's a quote here that says, "Let me be unequivocal, there is no threat greater to national security today than the Muslim Brotherhood." And then there's another quote here, "No threat greater in its reach, no threat greater in its ideological influence, no threat greater in its ability to infiltrate, manipulate, and mobilize." Well, that's what they do. They infiltrate, they manipulate society, play the victim, right? And then just kind of grow and mobilize and move to different areas. It's freaking scary.
And the liberals are sitting back like, eh.
Oh, the liberals love it.
They love
you
it.
got liberals wearing hijabs.
And they don't even know what it means. Oh, my God.
They're so stupid.
They are stupid.
Oh, my God. It's just, it's unbelievable. Danny, how much time we got here? We got time for one more before break? Let's go to break. We'll take a quick break. And then I want to get into your girl, ILHAN Omar.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. She's not happy with us here in America. So we'll get to that right after this.
The Cali Key removes your AR from the definition of an assault weapon. It lets you keep your rifle with all its features, avoid registration hassles, and transport in hostile jurisdictions. The Cali Key also lets you hunt in jurisdictions like Pennsylvania and enhances long-range precision shooting. Cali Key's expert legal opinions empower informed decisions, and sales help grassroots Second Amendment organizations. Cali Key is your tool to keep and equip your AR, empower yourself, and defend your civil rights.
Our founding fathers saw them coming over 200 years away. That's why they wrote the Second Amendment. Join us in the fight to preserve your gun rights and stop unconstitutional gun control. Gun Owners of America is the country's only no-compromise gun rights organization. Not only do we inform and educate, but we bring the fight to court and win. Your God-given right to keep and bear arms is our top priority. Become a member today and help us take back America. Join us at gunowners.org.
We're getting on to ILHAN here. Now, there's this article by our friends over at New York Post. Ungrateful ILHAN Omar and the Somali scammers are the immigrants we don't want. And question President Trump has been asking with an especially high level of vitriol in the wake of the horrific shooting of members, the National Guard members that we're talking about in Washington, D.C. In a Corker of Truth social post announcing a permanent pause in immigration from third world countries, Trump went after Minneapolis area Representative ILHAN Omar, and for good reason. Omar stands for everything we shouldn't want an immigrant to be: ungrateful, hostile to the American system, and as such, and perhaps not above perpetrating immigration fraud. So there's been all sorts of claims there. So maybe next time that Omar is a refugee from a war-torn, desperately poor African country looking for a safe haven in the West, she should try Canada or Australia, which is true. They'd probably take her in.
Oh, they would.
After fleeing the civil war in Somalia, Omar was granted asylum in the United States in the 90s and lived for a time in one of the most desirable suburban counties in the country, Arlington, Virginia, just outside D.C. She eventually settled in Minneapolis, which is, there you go, Minneapolis. It's so funny. You get these Democrats who are so corrupt and so anti-American, and that's where all the violence and problems are in this country. Liberals keep voting for him, though. I don't get it.
That free stuff, I keep telling you, they're not going to vote for that free stuff. They're not going to let it go. They could care less. Listen, that block could be on fire. As long as that check comes in the mail, don't matter. That's how these people think. Because they know if a Republican gets in, they're not getting their free stuff. They know it. Look what Trump's doing now with New York. He wants documentation that SNAP people are actually, they said they found over 500,000 or 200,000 people who are dead, whose security numbers are being used by people.
I think they should do drug testing, too, for any government handout stuff.
Probably be super expensive, but even then, you shouldn't be able to buy McDonald's with SNAP.
How expensive is it for a urine test or a blood test?
Well, so it's probably, in our healthcare system, $500.
So you take it out. So you take it out of what they're getting. Let's say they're getting, these people are getting like thousands of dollars every month, $5,000, $10,000 every month.
And they're buying McDonald's with it.
Well, so you give them a little less, and you let them pay. You let that money pay for the blood test or the drug test.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I can't even afford Burger King at this point. You see how expensive Burger King is?
I gotta say, we got a new where I live. We got a new McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I saw that they built a new McDonald's.
Don't waste your time. The cheeseburgers now are the size of those. What do you call those, sliders?
Yeah, and
they're tiny. They're tiny,
and they're $12 for a meal now.
And not only that, but I got a fillet of fish, and the fillet of fish. They use a slice of cheese, right?
Yes.
It's not a slice of cheese anymore. It's 1/3 a slice of cheese. It's a little strip of cheese.
Oh yeah, that's right. They give you the little strip. It's like
and it's small. The buns are smaller. They're making everything tiny.
But they're still charging you the same.
They're charging you more.
Oh, way more. A fish fillet is like $10.
So
yeah.
I don't like fast food anyway. I never feel good after eating it, but occasionally you have to stop somewhere and you grab something quick,
Yeah. But they did a study that the average regular human woman is 145 pounds, 150 pounds. The average SNAP recipient's 212.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what are we doing here? It's there's so much corruption on the side of Democrat. It's unbelievable.
No, it is. It definitely is. Let me get back to Omar here for a second. In the course of her successful life here, so far from Mogadishu, in a country characterized by its peace, prosperity, and opportunity, one would have thought she'd have steadily accumulated a debt of gratitude. Most heritage Americans, after all, never become members of Congress or enjoy a net worth as high as $30 million. Omar's husband has a venture capital firm. But no, quite the opposite. In Omar's version, Washington Post profile noted a few years ago, there's a quote here, "America wasn't the big-hearted country that saved her from a brutal war and bleak refugee camp. It wasn't a meritocracy that helped her attend college or vaulted her into Congress. Instead, it was the country that had failed to live up to its founding ideals, a place that had disappointed her and so many immigrants, refugees, and minorities like her. It's not just that she came here with nothing and now is a person with prestige in certain circles and resources. She may well have gotten away with a scheme years ago to marry her brother for fraudulent purposes. She hotly denies that the man she briefly married was her brother, but has never managed to definitively rebut it.
Nothing a blood test can't fix.
Exactly. Relying instead on accusations of racism.
Oh, boy. Look at it. You can't even come from Somalia and not hear the word racism.
Is this a great country she must secretly think occasionally despite herself, or what? The same thought might have occurred to those members of Somali Minnesota who engaged in gigantic grift of the state's social services funds.
How long has she been in Congress?
Well, she's been here since the 90s.
But how long has she
I'm not sure how
been
long
in office?
I'm not sure. Maybe we could look that up.
Maybe 5 years, maybe 10.
Probably something
And
like
she's
that.
worth $30 million? Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's no corruption there, Dan.
No.
120,000 times 10 is not $30 million. Okay, so she hasn't even been in office 10
2018.
years. She's been in office less than 7 years. She's worth $30 million. I mean, her salary, she's only made over maybe a touch over $1 million. Where the hell did $29 million come from?
And that's if you save it all.
That's right. That's if you don't pay your bills. So you talk about horrible corruption in this country on any level. There's no way somebody in Congress is worth $30 million only being there 7 years. That's in 8 years is insane.
She says America wasn't the big-hearted country that saved her from a brutal war.
Oh, really?
She's so...
Do you think you can go to Somalia and make $30 million?
It's so unbelievable. They're so ungrateful.
They are.
And so unappreciative of our...
They're pure scum. I don't care what anybody says.
I mean, so unappreciative of our system of government, too. How can you come to a country who saved your ass?
Look at that face.
Oh,
That looks inbred.
She is awful.
What
That's
a
an
brother.
awful human being right there. I can't believe we allow her in our Congress to make decisions that
No foreigner should be in any seat running our country.
Unbelievable. Let me get to our sponsor real quick. Cali Key. Now, this device, the Cali Key, removes your AR from the definition of assault weapon. Did you know that when so-called assault weapon ban lists are created, they exclude manually operated bolt-action firearms? So just by dropping this Cali Key into your direct impingement AR, in place of your semi-automatic BCG, you'll have a bolt-action rifle that falls outside the definition of so-called assault weapon. You don't need to do anything else. So give the Cali Key a look, because with it, you could retain all your rifle's features, avoid registration complications, revive your black rifle sales as an FFL, regain the ability to do private party transfers, legally transport across hostile jurisdictions, hunt with your AR in areas like Pennsylvania, enhance long-range precision and quieter suppressed shooting. Cali Key has state-specific expert opinions on its website and supports grassroots Second Amendment organizations with its sales. Cali Key's mission is to empower customers and claw back our civil liberties. Go to calikey.com, use the discount code LOADED. All right. So, I don't know, man. I'm so... I'm surprised our Republicans and our conservatives aren't fighting back harder against this infiltration of foreign influence in our government.
They're dragging their feet. I was expecting way more almost a year later, but I haven't seen anything.
We should have started this a long time ago. You know.
Well, now, did you hear what Candace Owens doing?
What?
I guess she has some information that Charlie Kirk was killed from on the inside.
Well,
she's going to a town hall against them.
She's been saying that for a while. I don't know.
They called her out. They said, let's have a town hall. She goes, when and where?
Yeah.
I mean, Candace doesn't lie often, and she has.
I
believe if she has information, it's legit.
I like her, and I think
I think it's going to hit the fan if she has some real evidence, man.
She's getting such a bad rap on so much stuff.
She does, but she don't.
I like her. I think she's doing a
her and
good
Kirk
job.
were close, and
Yeah.
something's
Something's not right there.
Something's not going on. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
Because she's going to release it soon.
Yeah.
And she says that, Cash Patel's involved. It's not good, man.
These things are so tough because you see a situation like that. Some things don't look right. After you get a chance to digest it and look at other video footage and stuff, and you see that maybe something's not right. But then as soon as you start questioning stuff, you're considered a conspiracy theorist and stuff.
That's what I don't like. Let it all come out. I mean,
we should be able to question this. I'm not saying she's right or wrong.
No,
who knows?
Let her
What the
say
hell do I
her
know?
piece and see what she comes up with.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that number one was not an easy shot to make.
Right.
From the distance,
How far was he? 200 yards?
200, 250, which is what?
Depends on what he was using for a rifle. I mean, I've shot 600 yards. And
but how accurate?
accurate with the right equipment. You got to have the right rifle and the right scope and all the
wind speed, all that makes a factor in how you shoot.
Sure. I mean, with the right equipment, though, I can tell you from firsthand experience, I shot 600 yards.
He had a Ruger.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
30-30. You're not shooting. You're not shooting accurate with that from that distance. You're not.
Right. Well,
now if you got yourself a high-powered sniper rifle, that's a different story.
Well, that's what I mean.
If you're holding a gun with your hand, there's no way.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he had, and I don't think
we have to look it up.
I don't think we really will know because there's also a question about what rifle he was.
Well, they showed the picture of the rifle.
Well, yeah, but
who knows?
Some people are saying might not even be.
That's what she's saying. There's so many things that are wrong about the whole thing.
Well, and then there's the conspiracy about him coming off the roof. When he came off the roof, he didn't have the rifle, and then they found the rifle packed up again.
Yeah.
Or unpacked, or I forget. He must have packed it up to take it off the roof and then unpack it and leave it in the woods. There's all sorts of questions about the rifle.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what she has to say.
I don't know if we can even trust what rifle was used.
Yeah.
But I do know that with the right equipment, you can shoot 200 yards relatively easy.
With practice, oh yeah.
With the right equipment too. You got to have the right rifle. You got to have the good scope. You got to have all this stuff.
Right.
You got to know what you're doing.
Grain of bullet and all that. That kid did not seem like he knew any of that.
Right.
So there's something going on. I can't wait. It's going to be pretty funny to hear what she has to say because it can't be good.
Well, yeah. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
I got a story here that I wanted to touch on. This is from Breitbart. Trans pervert who sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl claims jury was hypnotized into convicting him. Now, we'll get into the story and then we'll show a picture of this guy. A transgender identified pervert convicted of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old told the judge he wasn't attracted to females and claimed the police and jury were hypnotized into finding him guilty. This guy goes by Natalie Wolf, a 47-year-old man, born as Ryan Haley. Let's put a picture of this idiot up there. Look at him.
Look at them eyes. That is one crazy dude. He doesn't even look like a woman.
No, this guy doesn't have psychological issues.
Oh, no,
right?
he's fine.
He's okay.
He should be able to teach.
He's accused of trying to grope a 13-year-old girl's chest and touch her groin during an attack in Sutherland, England. Wolf was convicted of sexual activity with a child, was sentenced on November 28th in Newcastle Crown Court to 3.5 years in a male prison, according to the report. He claims the jury was hypnotized into finding him guilty, and he is a victim of conspiracy.
Oh, man.
Look at that.
Look at that.
This is what liberals are creating in our society right there.
Look at his cross-eyed.
At least you could do something. He's got 12 o'clock shadow.
He's
at least
nothing like a woman.
It's a guy with long hair.
And this is what the perverts do. They dress up like women to use it as an excuse to go in women's bathrooms and grope women and say, I didn't touch anybody.
Well, during the sentencing, Judge Gavin Doig read several notes he received from Wolf, claiming there was a grand conspiracy to put him behind bars. Wolf specifically claimed the victim hypnotized police officers and said The jury was also hypnotized and convicted him. He accused the victim of lying through her teeth and said, "I'm not even sexually attracted to females in that way." You make allegations in the notes, most of which I won't repeat, including the suggestion someone was hypnotizing the jury or that the jury was planted with people that didn't like you, so they convicted you. You suggest the victim hypnotized a police officer, Doig reportedly said. He says, "You're not the victim of conspiracy. You're not a victim at all. The woman is the victim, and the sooner you accept that, the better it will be going forward," he continued. "You'll be released from prison in due course. I hope you're able to move on and receive the help you need." So
I don't think he's going to get any help.
he added that if Wolf continues to believe that he's the victim of a conspiracy and nothing is his fault, he will encounter more problems in the future. So not only is this guy delusional with his sexuality, he's also got what appears to be a victim complex. And that's another thing that the left tries to condition into society. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, he just dressed up as a woman to grow up that kid.
Apparently the victim's still scared. The victim notably refused to refer to Wolf using female pronouns. This is another thing.
Oh, God.
I don't think I never played that game.
No, I don't even care. Yeah.
If
If
you're
you're Rob, you're Rob. You're not the they, them, blah, blah, blah.
The only way I'm going to call a guy a girl and use female pronouns is if they're so good at it that they fool me. And I haven't really been fooled. I don't think I've ever been fooled. No, I can tell. If you fool me and I actually think you're a woman, then I'll call you a she, her, or whatever, but I'm not going to do it to accommodate your feelings. Blair White, Danny, I don't know if people can hear you, but Danny just mentioned Blair White. If at quick glance, I would look at Blair White and go, that's a chick. But I know now that he's not. So, and the thing about Blair White is actually kind of cool when it comes to this stuff. I mean, he knows that the narrative around this transgenderism has really gotten twisted. He's aware of that. And I think, Blair White on some levels is pretty reasonable. Aside from the whole delusional sexual thing, he seems like he's pretty rational other than that. I don't know if we could call that gender dysphoria. It's probably gender dysphoria, but I mean, he's really committed to it. So it's just so twisted and so weird. Go ahead. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Well, what's that one congressman, Timothy, the one that's
oh yeah.
yeah. That's a confusing Thanksgiving for the grandkids.
Well, that's the thing. And Democrats want these people to come into our government to normalize this type of thing.
Yeah, because he's got nieces and nephews that call him auntie, but he's still a dude.
And the thing is,
you can fold the wiener into a muffin, but you're still a dude.
You're still a dude.
It doesn't matter.
Well, that's the old fold the wiener into a muffin trick, right?
Right. Kaboom! I'm a girl.
Here's the other side that I always want to make this clarification. I know a couple people who are gender dysphoria, whatever, and they're good people. Good conversations. I have nothing against the humanity of these people.
Because they're not pushing it.
They're not pushing it, right?
It's like, hi, I'm Michelle, but I'm really Mikey behind here. That's fine.
It's the guys who are dressing up for the purpose of
doing harm, perverts, and they're allowing it though. The government's allowing it,
and then it's the liberals for demanding that we change our whole perspective on sex and gender to suit their political.
There's never going to be a difference. It's the man and women. That's it. There's no other in betweens. There's no half man, half woman. Just because you got boobs and a dong doesn't mean you're what do you call that? A hermaphrodite?
Boobs and a dong.
Right. If you're only halfway there, where are you?
Boobs and a dong. All right.
I don't get it.
All right. Well, before we run out of time here, I want to get to How much time we got, Danny? Okay, let me get to Gavin Newsom.
Oh, Jesus.
Gavin Newsom, this is another New York Post. Gavin Newsom has high hopes, but rock bottom results. So when New York was the most populous and economically dominant state in the 19th, much of the 20th century, it was natural its governors would be, what is it, Danny? Quadrennial contenders for the presidency. See, every once in a while I get these words, and so we're learning as we go here on the Loaded Mic. The Empire State sent 4 of its governors to the White House: Martin Van Buren, Grover Cleveland, Theodore Roosevelt, and Franklin Roosevelt, but supplied nominees or serious contenders in numerous other cycles: Samuel Tilden, Al Smith, Tom Dewey, Averell Harriman, and Nelson Rockefeller, to name a few. After California became the most populous and prosperous state in the early 1960s, it was expected its governors would become top contenders for the Oval Office in every 4 years. But so far, California has only sent Ronald Reagan from Sacramento to the White House, and Ronald Reagan was a Republican. So other Golden State governors have tried. All right, so Gavin Newsom is hoping to break the dry spell.
Not going to happen.
Newsom can be opaque at times, but his ambition for the presidency is so obvious that he dropped the usual coy cliches about "I'm focusing on my current job," and instead of last week admitted that I'd just be lying if I said he wasn't thinking hard about a presidential run. One factor that may have forced Newsom's shift was former Vice President Kamala Harris's statement that "I'm not done with public life," hinting she's strongly considering. Could you imagine if Kamala Harris ran again?
The shoo-in.
My God. So, I think it's going to be fun to watch Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom go against each other in the primaries. I think that will be good.
Oh, my God. That's going to be the funniest. You got to get pizza and popcorn for that one.
Newsom's proposed district map will likely cost Republicans 5 of the 9 House seats. Okay, we talked about that. That's old news. But Newsom, however, has been shrewdly positioning himself with aggressive steps to shore up support from the Democratic Party's ascendant progressive base. He's been visiting early primary states and putting out cheeky social media posts about President Trump and all sorts of nonsense. But there are other reasons, though, to think Newsom's shooting star will flame out in 2028. New York and California used to be swing states of a sort, electing Democrats and Republicans in roughly equal numbers to statewide office. But California, especially, is deep blue state today and not representative of the nation as a whole. So that's a good thing. I think that we know people in California that are conservative that
They ain't going to vote for that dirtbag.
Of course not.
Imagine that idiot running the country. Oh, my God.
The thing is, he's still going to have those radical left-wing idiots voting for him.
Oh, they will.
For the same nonsense. High gas prices.
They have the highest gas in all of America. It's like $8 a gallon.
That's so ridiculous.
You morons.
Oh.
You liberal morons. Just do some research. He's an idiot. He has literally destroyed California.
You know what the problem is? They are so brainwashed into hating Republicans, especially President Trump, that they'll defeat themselves to not give the Republicans a vote. I don't know. They're going to end up paying for it.
Our whole country's a
New York
disaster.
City's going to pay for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's already
Kami Mandami.
He's already got people pissed off at him because he's not doing what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
No free stuff anytime. We don't have the money. What's that word? What they call it? Tequila, where he lies?
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Well,
he totally lied to the stupid people.
Yeah.
And New York, you're the stupid people.
Well, they are stupid, and they should. Some of them should wake up.
Get free stuff. But I'm gonna get free stuff. I'm gonna vote for that guy.
The guy who promises free stuff.
Yep, that's
they
the guy who
never
lied. Then
deliver.
you have Bernie Sanders down there with him. Yeah, he's the biggest con artist ever. He's from like the first constitutional carry state of Vermont, and that moron is he's been in office. It's amazing how that man has skated through and all the money that he has. He's the biggest scammer.
Well, they
ever.
are. They're all the Democrats are scammers. That's how
And
they
he's
become
a
so rich.
socialist dirtbag. He just thinks socialism is the best thing.
Anyway,
Bernie's back there. And everybody's like, hey, I think Joe Biden should run again. Joe's going to be dead before 2028. Or
could you imagine Joe Biden
wandering around a nursing home. Did I used to be president?
roll him out? Roll out.
Roll him in. Maybe Kamala can be vice president again.
That would be funny.
If she didn't do a damn thing when she was there the first time.
That would be funny if we could have Biden Harris 2.0.
It never happened. Oh, if Joe runs, he'll win. Runs where? He's not even going to know who his family is in 2028.
The only thing
Is that all they have?
he might have the runs, but he's not running.
Check his diaper. It's leaking.
Oh boy, we gotta go. This
Whatever.
has got off the rails already.
F Joe Biden.
F
We
Joe
say
Biden.
bye-bye.
All right, we're gonna cut it off here because we're running out of time. But thanks so much for watching Loaded Mic on Rumble and YouTube. Our network, our new network, Spreely. Go to Spreely.com for that. Check out the show on practically every podcast platform out there. You can find us just about anywhere, and we run live on all the socials during the week at 7 p.m. Eastern. So check out some of the socials and find the Loaded Mic. And my name is Dan Wass. The Second Amendment is not a privilege. It's your right.